In the shadowy corners of Washington state, a terrifying story unfolded over 2 decades. A story of unspeakable horror, cunning deception, and relentless pursuit. This is the chilling tale of Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. Gary Leon Ridgway was born on February 18, 1949, in Salt Lake City, Utah. His childhood was marked by turmoil, growing up in a troubled family with a domineering mother and a father who worked as a bus driver. His father frequently expressed his disdain for sex workers, a sentiment that would profoundly influence Gary's later actions. Ridgway's early years were characterized by a tense relationship with his parents, particularly his mother. She was controlling and emotionally abusive, a factor that may have played a significant role in shaping Ridgway's future behavior. At the age of 16, Ridgway committed his first known violent act. He lured a 6-year-old boy into the woods and stabbed him. Remarkably, the boy survived, but this early act of violence was a dark prelude to the horrors that would follow. Despite this violent outburst, Ridgway managed to avoid serious repercussions and continued to live a seemingly normal life. However, beneath the surface, a monstrous compulsion was beginning to take hold. In 1982, Ridgway began his killing spree. Over the next 2 decades, he would become one of the most prolific serial killers in American history, earning the moniker the Green River Killer due to the location where many of his victims' bodies were discovered. Ridgway targeted vulnerable women, often sex workers or runaways. He would pick them up, sometimes showing them pictures of his son to appear less threatening. He would then take them to secluded areas where he would strangle them, often using ligatures. After killing them, Ridgway would sometimes engage in necrophilia before disposing of their bodies. He frequently revisited the dump sites to commit further sexual acts, displaying a grotesque need to control and dominate his victims. The investigation into the Green River Killer was lengthy and complex, hampered by the sheer number of victims and the transient nature of many of the women Ridgway targeted. Task forces were formed, and extensive efforts were made to track the killer, but he managed to evade capture for years. Advances in DNA technology eventually led to Ridgway's downfall. In 2001, samples from early victims were retested, and Ridgway's DNA was matched to the evidence. He was arrested on November 30th, 2001. To avoid the death penalty, Ridgway entered into a plea bargain in which he confessed to 48 murders, although he later admitted the number could be higher. He provided detailed accounts of his crimes, helping authorities locate the remains of several victims. In 2003, Ridgway was sentenced to 48 life sentences without the possibility of parole, to be served consecutively. He is currently incarcerated at the Washington State Penitentiary in Walla Walla, where he will spend the rest of his life. Ridgway's case has had a profound impact on law enforcement and criminal profiling. It highlighted the challenges of investigating serial crimes and the importance of DNA evidence in solving cold cases. The Green River Task Force, which was instrumental in capturing Ridgway, the advances in forensic science, particularly DNA technology, played a crucial role in bringing Ridgway to justice. His case underscored the importance of persistence and innovation in law enforcement. Here's a detailed timeline of the events that marked Ridgway's life and crimes. 1949. Gary Leon Ridgway is born in Salt Lake City, Utah. 1965. Ridgway commits his first known violent act, stabbing a 6-year-old boy. 1982. The first known victims of the Green River Killer are found. 1983-1984. The Green River Task Force is formed to investigate the growing number of murders. 1987. Ridgway is questioned by police but is not arrested. 2001. Advances in DNA technology lead to Ridgway's arrest on November 30th. 2003. Ridgway confesses to 48 murders and is sentenced to life imprisonment. Ridgway's victims were primarily young women, many of whom were sex workers or runaways. While he confessed to 48 murders, it is believed that the actual number of his victims could be higher. Here are a few of the identified victims. Deborah Lynn Bonner, found August 12, 1982. Marcia Faye Chapman, found August 15, 1982. Opal Charmaine Mills, found August 15, 1982. Cynthia Jean Hines, found August 12, 1982. Patricia Ann Yellowrobe, found August 15, 1983. The investigation into the Green River Killer was one of the largest and most complex in American history. The use of DNA evidence was crucial in solving the case. By 2001, improvements in DNA technology allowed investigators to match Ridgway's DNA to samples taken from early victims, leading to his arrest and conviction. The case of Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, remains a chilling example of the depths of human depravity and the importance of persistence in law enforcement. His capture and conviction provided a measure of justice for the families of his many victims and underscored the critical role of forensic science in solving even the most challenging criminal cases. Thank you for watching this detailed exploration of one of America's most notorious serial killers. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth true crime stories. And remember, the pursuit of justice is never ending.